Hey guys, Tavis here for episode 4 of the Survival Island. We're just going to be... Well, last episode I said I was going to go mining, and between now and then, nothing has changed, but Tav here has decided he's going to build this house here, this wonderful piece of art, which kind of isn't finished yet. Rio hasn't really been doing anything, because he only just showed up after watching a YouTube video, and his brother's asleep. Ain't that right, Rio?
At some point, we as a country will have to
well, anyways,
with the fact
considering all that,
yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, Rio, you should record this for yours as well, for your channel. Might as well. Right, Tav, have a nice time. Record if you want to or not. It's alright. I'm gonna go and try not die. See if I can find a way. There it is. Right. Explore this cave before I go and actually mine a massive hole. Not that way, no, nothing down there. That one's fully stocked. Check through this. Oh! No thank you, Mr. Green Dude. Oh, thanks for the excavation, that was nice. Let's see if there's anything here that I need to mine. No. Keep going down. Need iron? No? You sure? Yeah. Right, check a bit more around here before I go actually mine. Right. No. Nothing up here. This is name tag. Awesome. Right, guys, I'm gonna go strip mine, alright? Wish me luck, Tav. Wish me luck, Ree.
All of those things all over again.
Nice to know that I've got such trusting friends.
Fighting the Civil War, or we're going to go together and
I mean, one says that the other one just doesn't even reply. Alright, I'm just gonna. Where am I gonna go to start this up? I'm out already. The sense of national outrage helped bring about legislation dismantling segregation in the South. Just climb from the deep. 50 years ago, black churches echoed to the anthems of the freedom. Right, the normal cave is empty. There's nothing in there that we want to see. Do I have a shovel? No, I don't have a shovel. Do we have spare iron? Probably. We have spare iron, yep. When Barack Obama entered office, there was optimistic talk of America becoming a post-racial society. But today, he sounded despondent. Alright.
Not the first time the black churches have been attacked.
The axe in here is my axe. Please don't mess with it, alright? Bomb right's mine. Here's one. This afternoon, this church in Harlem hosted a school graduation ceremony. These children know they're growing up in a country where race. Make another pickaxe, make another iron shovel, and there we go. Alright guys, where should I start? Why not? Let's start here.
Not just on gun crime, but on racial hatred. Is that likely to lead to anything?
Well, that's such a central question facing policymakers now. We've now been able to get very close to the church where the murders took place last night. You know, most stories that you cover in America are either about race or guns. Well, last night, those two strands came together. On race, it's been a terrible year. There have been race riots in Baltimore and Ferguson, Missouri. Black people have been protesting about the way they have been treated by the police. And on gun control, you heard that tone of
it smells delicious.
In Barack Obama's voice.
If only it was smell-o-vision for YouTube.
Look, at some point, society
the grease would be awesome.
This issue. You know, there is that
smells like fryer. That smells like fryer. Sounds like a fryer. Probably would taste like a fryer, but I don't think it is fryer. Yeah, I'm gonna turn here. Great thing about strip mining, you're almost certain to bump into something, but it ain't likely to be a creeper.
An emergency summit of European leaders has been called for next
Monday
Monday in the latest attempt to resolve the Greek debt crisis.
I don't know why they don't let you use PC controls on this game. Really perfect.
Greece is heading for bankruptcy and an exit from the euro. The International Monetary Fund has ruled out any extra time for Greece to pay its debts, and it's warned Athens that there'll be no further grace period.
Oh, I hear a skeleton.
Senator Robert Peston has more details. Greece,
Please,
Premier
God.
Alexis Tsipras, still in the Eurozone family, whose head most would say is out
Oh, it's lava blowing.
Germany.
It's gotta be. I just saw a flash of lava.
After today's supposedly last-ditch meeting of Eurozone finance ministers and the IMF to prevent Greece defaulting
Oh,
on
iron.
massive debts,
Nice.
possibly tumbling out of the euro.
Spread out a bit,
What
see if we can
happened?
grab any of it.
Regrettable
Say
to
more.
say that too little progress has been made in the talks between the institutions and Greece,
Awesome. Any further?
and that no agreement as yet is in sight.
Greece's finance minister
Three,
Yanis Varoufakis,
four.
here chatting with Christine Lagarde, head of the IMF,
Down.
insisted he brought a comprehensive solution to the meeting.
Ooh, a mine shaft.
Spotted.
Ooh.
We can only arrive
Awesome.
at a resolution if there is a
Right,
dialogue.
let's see if we can go any.
And for the moment, we are short of the dialogue.
2, 3.
So the key emergency, in my view, is to restore a dialogue with adults in the room.
Right.
Greece has a staggering 320 billion euros of government debt, equivalent to around 180%
Let's make sure I
of
remember where I
national
am.
or GDP. So its debt burden is well over twice that of Britain. Its immediate problem is the huge
Right.
repayments it has to make in coming weeks, including more than 1.5 billion euros to the IMF at the end of
Guys,
June,
find some coal.
and around 3.5 billion euros to the European Central Bank and other central banks on July the 20th, leaving
I
a
wonder if the
further
distance thing actually does work in this game.
billion euros to pay before the end of the year. Greeks have been withdrawing billions of euros from their banks because if Greece
How's the house going,
fails
Tav?
the IMF, at that point there's a risk the European Central Bank would turn off the life support provided to Greek banks.
The fact that people are taking their money out of banks, that they are very worried about what the future might bring. And this again leads us to the point that it would be strongly in the interest of Greece and Greek people to reach that agreement, and responsibility
See if we can
for
get the
that
flow this way.
lies with the Greek government.
And any kind of mending of the Greek economy, any end to penury, would evaporate. The Greek banking system would have completely seize up.
We are
Too
dangerously
strategically, but I can
to a state of
spread the
mind
water
that
at least.
accepts and acts. And I urge my colleagues not to fall prey to this state of mind. We can forge it with agreement.
Greece belongs to Europe, while thousands of Greeks gathered outside the parliament in Athens to urge the government not to quit the euro. Greece's Prime Minister will meet his Eurozone counterparts yet again on Monday to see if a rescue is possible. Tonight, that looks like a hope, not an expectation. Robert Peston, BBC News.
Some more of this in a moment. We'll be talking to our Europe editor, Katja Adler, who's in Brussels tonight. But first, let's turn to our World Affairs correspondent, James Reynolds, who's in Athens. And I suppose the question is, James, is there a clear view then
Isn't this going to be
among
wonderful?
the Greek
In
people
the
about
background,
whether
this
they
I can
do
hear
want to stay within the euro?
bloody TV. Great.
A lot of them do, but they don't want austerity, and many still support the government of Alexis
What's up
Tsipras.
here?
That enables him to stick to his
Nothing.
positions.
Perfect.
Remember this, a lot of Greeks still blame his opponents, the old political parties, for provoking this crisis in the first place. But I think there's something else as well to look at with public opinion. Follow the
I'm not
money.
going to go too far
In
down.
recent days, Greeks have withdrawn more and more of their savings from the country's banks. One economist described it to me as a bank walk, not a bank run. But some Greeks will be cheering on their government. At the same time,
Nope.
they will prefer to trust their money to the underside of a mattress.
James, many thanks. Let's go straight to Brussels, and Katja is there. Katja, how would you describe the level
Out
of
of here.
determination of European leaders
Go back
looking
down
ahead
to level
this
12.
emergency summit to keep the Greeks inside the Eurozone?
Well, this is what the Tsipras government
What?
always
Check some
wanted.
quickly.
Discussion of the Greek crisis at leadership level. Forget the technocrats.
Guys, you all
forget
still here?
even the finance ministers. The fact that 19
great, Ree's
Eurozone
gone.
leaders are coming here to Brussels on Monday means it is not over yet. And when the most powerful leader of Europe, Angela Merkel, stands up in front of the doomsayers, including those in her own government, and says that a deal is still possible, that
Seems to be
means
distance
something.
effect on
It doesn't mean there will definitely be a deal on Monday or that Greece will definitely stay inside the Eurozone. But Germany has
Wait,
spent
it's
the
free
last
on.
60 years investing in the
feels
European
dim.
project. Chancellor
How's he
Merkel
not
doesn't
on
want
that
to be the
now?
leader watching
Right.
over bits of it falling apart. She'll remind Eurozone leaders she has her eye on the big picture, the credibility of the Eurozone in the financial markets, and its unity in the face of an aggressive Russia.
Nope.
Alexis Tsipras will have to come up with something new and credible on Monday if he wants to stay inside the Eurozone. Certainly Angela Merkel is a pragmatist and a political survivor. She won't back a sinking ship.
Okay, Katya, thanks very much once again there in Brussels, and James in Athens. Thank you too. Well, the crumbling fabric of the Palace of Westminster needs urgent attention. An independent report says the repairs and upgrades could cost £6 billion and could take decades if MPs and peers insist on staying inside the building while the work is being done. The major structural changes include removing asbestos, as our political correspondent...
Protection.
It may be a palace, but it's
I said protection, not PlayStation.
Repair. Crumbling walls and ceilings, peeling wallpaper, fears over asbestos, and deep in the basement, miles of cables that need untangling and replacing. The dilapidation is starting to affect the thousands of people who work here.
Well, twice I've had urine pouring through from the upstairs gents through my office ceiling into my office, over my tables, my chairs, my computers, and everything. It's all had to be taken out and dried off.
For decades, they've been patching up as they go along.
Now what's going to happen?
It's
not really much to do here.
Damage
I can talk to you guys, but you guys aren't exactly like now here. It's not as good as when you're talking to my mates. Oh well. You fellas have just have to do. Right.
Over the years, more and more things
Why don't you go and tell me all about when you've been mining or something? Just talk about them in the videos below. Comments. Make sure a few previous videos. Hopefully you've been having a good time watching. I haven't been doing too much other than playing this. I've probably been going on this for about an hour and 2 hours now.
Cost around £6 billion and take a staggering 32 years. If the Commons and the Lords move out in turn, it will be around £4 billion and last 11 years. The cheapest option,
yeah, we got now we can stop mine.
£3.5 billion, would be for MPs and peers to leave completely. But MPs are divided over where that temporary accommodation.
Stop whacking the bloody table, Grabby! I need this table. It's the only one I have.
Let me kill dead the stupid, asinine idea that you can move Parliament out of London.
It's now up to the politicians to decide which option to take. They'll all come with a big bill for the taxpayer and years of
Alright, Redstone.
Parliament.
That's part one.
A BBC investigation has uncovered a global trade in false customer reviews online, paid for by companies to improve their image. Research in the UK suggests that as many as 20% of online reviews of services could be fake.
That's where I was just earlier. Probably I'm trying to record a video and all I'm getting in the background is either news videos or my grandfather constantly ordering my family around. Sorry about low quality videos and all. I record my family's house and right now my mother's away, so my sister's in the house and my grandfather wants to tune up the bloody telly for no reason. So I can't help anything right now.
But how far should you really trust them?
Alright.
Take this site, payday loan broker, Busy Loans. Almost everyone gives it 5 stars.
Can we believe any of this?
No, absolutely not. This investigator says most of the Busy Loans reviews are fake.
I have no idea how far
There's
we're
no idea
going.
who posted them. They're on the website of a company called Trustpilot, which displays customer comments for a whole range of businesses.
Someone is basically generally stealing identities and putting fake reviews on there to build up the reputation of this company.
A little bit further.
Apparently recommended
I'm only going to go
Busy
until the
Loans
end,
to everyone.
or 5 blocks
Only
after the...
we know she didn't.
3,
She was killed in a car
4,
crash 7 years
5.
ago. The photo
Anything?
came from her memorial site.
Nope.
I think it's despicable for them to do it in this fashion. They're simply attempting to dupe the public, cheat and lie, and I'm delighted that this was brought to my attention so that we can expose them.
That is mine.
Monaco, it's home to the British man behind Busy Loans, Neil Griffiths. We don't know if he was involved with the fake reviews, but wanted to find out what he thought.
Hello, Mr. Griffiths. Sorry to bother you today. It's Angus Crawford from the BBC.
My 12, yeah, that's right.
So Mr. Griffiths has just hung up. just said he really doesn't want to talk to me at all.
So still no answers for Ashley's family.
Keep going,
So how
keep
is it
pushing,
supposed to-
forward.
Dig a little deeper and you find a whole industry dedicated to duping the public. We found what seemed to be British companies openly offering to pay for fake reviews, and scores of writers advertising their services, willing to post bogus reviews with no fear of being found out. We tracked one of them down to this place, Dhaka in Bangladesh.
I got paid $5 for every review.
Andy Rasa is a student trying to make ends meet.
Why all
like many
this?
others. How big a business is this writing reviews?
Every time I finish this constantly. I've got to be more interesting or something. I've got to find something.
Most of those
Is that it? Am I free?
have been taken
Yes,
down
thank
by
you.
the
God.
host, Trustpilot, who says it has a team of 30
Oh,
rooting
fan's going back on.
out
That's it. I'm
trust
freezing.
and transparency, it insists,
I'd rather
are
freezing
core
oil.
values. A
It's
simple
going to be
message
annoying for
then,
everyone. Ooh!
don't believe every online customer comment, and if a review looks too good to be
I
true,
wonder.
it probably
Guys,
is.
found iron
Angus Crawford,
and gold.
BBC News.
UKIP's Deputy Chairman, Suzanne Evans, appears
I
to have
think they
been
can hear me.
sacked as a party spokeswoman after
Probably
saying
meet me or
party
something.
leader Nigel Farage was perceived as very divisive. Ms Evans, who wrote UKIP's election
Don't go until the
memorandum,
pick dies. I'm
also
going
told BBC that
back
Mr Farage should not be leading the campaign for the UK to leave the EU because of the way that what she said
Hey guys.
he was viewed.
How we can finally get
Pope Francis has blamed human greed and
Yeah.
selfishness for damaging the planet. He's called on everyone, especially
Yeah, I got some gold.
to take action to stop climate change.
Ah, crap.
Comments were made.
Ah.
Encyclical, that's a letter from the Pope explaining his latest teaching. Some conservative activists, especially in the United States,
So that's been for you guys, because I've just been mining.
Let's
Kind of
join our
boring.
religious affairs correspondent,
And I've not found a
Caroline
single
Wright.
diamond. But I've found a ton
Fear of the Vatican
of everything else.
combining science and scripture
Stop
with a
it.
letter to the world, making a powerful moral case for mankind to stop doing damage to what he calls a ruined planet. And in echoes of his namesake St. Francis, he calls on Catholics, those of all faiths, and none
You guys seen much coal?
doing further harm to our common home. The Earth's climate is changing. As the
What about,
polar
what's it
ice
called?
caps are melting.
What about
Sea levels rising. Floods,
mushrooms?
drought, and destruction
Think we should get mushrooms?
mainly due to man, according to the Pope
Okay,
today.
screw this thing.
His letter to the faithful, released in Rome
Yeah.
this morning, is more of a book.
You should go get some wooden bowls then, alright? I got some mushroom.
Pope warns man is turning the planet.
I don't know if they're the ones I need, but the mushrooms.
His language almost
Alright.
apocalyptic. Pope Francis criticises those with the power to pollute. Builds a moral case for change.
Oh, look, more
The
coal.
system,
Oh, gold!
He says benefits the rich at the expense of the
Come on,
poor.
come on, come on. Ah, just the one.
Rich to change their lifestyle, blaming human selfishness for the damage wrought to Mother Earth. He says that it's not too late to stop the damage, but warns that humankind must act now.
The name of Pope Francis' letter.
At its launch in Britain, at a school in East London, Cardinal Vincent Nichols explained the Pope's message.
There is no
Right.
doubt that he says we
Let's
won't
see what
get
comes
our
along
world
here
right
now.
until we put the poor first. Not in the sense of they can do everything, but we must have them first in our consciousness. So what is the ultimate purpose of Christmas? It is to serve the
Nothing
world.
here.
It is to have that sense of repairing society.
Nothing here, you know.
Travelling the world, Pope Francis
Anything
has seen for
valuable?
himself the devastation wrought by
Right, guys, I'm
extreme
gonna
weather.
come back. My pick's almost dead, so I'm just gonna
The people who braved the
come back with my
winter rain
earnings.
in Czechoslovakia
Right.
to catch a glimpse of him. Now the Pontiff is using his diplomatic weight to try to set the global agenda.
No bloody
The
diamonds.
UN Climate Summit later this year.
31 iron,
Progressive
7
changes that
golds,
are already
mushrooms.
creating millions of
We need to get
climate
stuff. We need
refugees.
to find out how to make mushrooms.
People like Mobashira Begum in Bangladesh, a refugee for
You got much
10
sauce?
years, along with
Oh,
her
man.
5 children.
A cyclone and tidal
Tav.
waves washed everything away. Our house,
We should have
everything.
spawned in
During
mushrooms,
the day,
not
the water
not
level
cows.
came up to my neck, and at night we had to sleep on sludge. We've lost everything.
Yeah.
Poor.
Actually, I know it's episode 4, but
Wants real change. I mean,
you think if we kill all the gods and kill all the cows and sacrifice them, do you think we can get a couple of mushrooms?
Well, depends if you pray. A controversial documentary about the life.
There are tons of cows here, but at the same time, nah, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it, man. I don't think it's worth it. Nice house, by the way.
It portrays them unfairly, and his father has told the BBC that he is considering legal action.
I'm not going to.
Our editor Will Gauntlet explores the issues raised by the film and the report that estimates the crash.
How big do you think you're going to be?
I don't. At all. Because, you know, my music is not on that scale. The music is not on that scale.
No doubt it was. The Japanese sound was a sensation.
I don't think I'm going to be at all famous.
She got that wrong. But this right.
I don't think I could.
Right then, buddies, who wants to bang? Oh, all of you, I see.
We see a brilliant, charismatic, vulnerable musician, brought down by personal demons and a chaotic private life.
I think the question is, what am I going to do with my cobblestone? 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stack, 4.
Her story has been depicted.
It portrays me as a villain, which is completely and totally unfair.
I got another apple as well, and some redstone, some sapling. I don't know where I got saplings from. And some flint. With bones. No, shouldn't. Right, I see we're having good times now.
Very much as the villain of the piece. No, I would not use that term. It's not a drama where you kind of have goodies and baddies. It's much more complicated. And so for me, it's an honest representation. It has the editors of 99, but it's an honest representation of everything I found from my research.
So what do you say to Mitch?
What do you mean?
Well, he's complaining, he's saying that it's...
I've spoken to Mitch, I've met him, I've spoken to him. We've had that conversation privately.
This footage, which is not from the documentary, shows a 14-year-old Amy Winehouse at a theatre school in London. The principal was impressed by her and the film.
I think it actually showed outside people who didn't know her that well how amazingly, extraordinarily talented she was. She was very gifted in her writing. I mean, more so than one would expect from anyone as young as she was. She was always writing, generally during the academic classes. She was always
Alright, let's see what else we have here. Anything else grown? There we go.
Write anything unless it was directly personal to me, just because I wouldn't be able to tell the story right.
It is her writing as much as her singing. That's the star of the documentary. A reminder
Yes, pop this
about
in here.
what made her special and us care. We're on BBC News.
Let's go around and click some apples.
Yes. Now, BBC One, it's time for the news where you want.
Alright.
Welcome
Have a nice night.
Tonight's headlines. A woman has died on Llantwit Major Beach in the Vale of Glamorgan. There are reports of a rock fall from cliffs. We'll have the latest.
Alright.
And scathing attacks on the Public Services Minister over plans to slash the number of
Well.
councils.
Oh well. That's one of us gone. Now it's just me and Tav again. Great. Back to what I classically thought. Ooh, that's a question to check. If I finish my upload, I can sub my upload to my next one now.
Good evening. A woman in her 20s has died in an incident on...
So how's house coming along now, man? Is it possible to go take a check now? Yeah, another one's been uploaded. Yeah.
Alice Hugh has sent
Successful,
this report
hopefully.
on the scene tonight.
An afternoon of sunbathing
Don't
ended
check
in
that, for
tragedy
God's sake.
here on Llantwit Major Beach. Emergency
crap.
services were called here
Click.
around 5 o'clock this evening, having received reports that a young lady had been
that's
trapped under a
alright.
cliff fall. Police
Don't worry, I'll
later this
be
evening
down in a second. I just need
confirmed
to
that the young lady in
quickly
her 20s had died.
paste
They are
this
now
on.
appealing for witnesses as they try to contact her
Just
family.
uploading part 2.
This part of the
Ah,
coast is
Christ, I didn't make it
particularly
private.
popular
Oh, that's
with
bad.
surfers and visitors throughout the year. However, there are numerous signs
Ah.
along the coast underlining the constant
There we
dangers
go.
from cliff falls.
Hopefully that
This, of
didn't
course,
bug anything
now
out
will
then.
be investigated
I really
further.
don't want it to bug down in 10 minutes
The
for
latest
footage.
from
That'd be
Llantwit.
annoying as hell.
Plans to cut the number of councils in Wales from 22
So, how many cows we got here now? Ooh, plenty.
are draining
Awesome.
and demoralising. Warning tonight from the leader of the organisation.
I got 9 apples. Let's take a look
Well,
at the...
Wellington launched a scathing attack on the Welsh
Awesome.
government's proposals
Ooh.
at the Local Government Association's annual conference in Swansea.
I'd say that's enough iron to do what I want to do.
The surroundings of the Brandwyn Hall may have been opulent, but the talk was of council budgets and
Nice
services being stripped bare. Local authority leaders were told that plans to dramatically cut the number of councils set out by Labour yesterday was not only a
Space saving
distraction,
efficiency.
but unaffordable and damaging public services as staff morale plummeted. Among those listening, the Public Services Minister Leighton Andrews,
good.
who was told that austerity meant he could be merging empty shells in a few years.
We are in a terrible situation as local government. We are fighting to keep people's jobs. We are fighting to keep.
Well, see, whoever did the farm's been doing very efficiently.
And in that context, we should feel we should concentrate on that.
Yeah, he's covered the entire island in either wheat or sugarcane.
Plenty of criticism today.
I've got to see the island still there. I might move over to there eventually. You can guys can stay over here. I can have a bit of time over there. We can have a nice little multi-island connection. I'm going to take a look at yours now. See if anyone likes it apart from me. Woo!
Are you a dangerous
That'd be like a mine shaft thing. Imagine minecarts here, minecart there, minecart there, multi-houses.
As for the last 2 years,
That'd be awesome.
with an alternative map. They failed to do so. I think it's time now that we get a proper debate going on local government reorganisation.
That's awesome.
Really kick that off.
In the face of the criticism, Leighton Andrews reverted to the standard Welsh Government defence that council budgets in Wales have been given greater protection than in England.
Alright, man. Yeah, I'm just going to do one thing quickly, right? I have to go, I have stuff for it. So I think we have the stuff to do something I want to do. I haven't done it in a while. There we go. And let's see what I can catch.
The old mid-Glamorgan is recreated.
Right. Close eye. Don't skim away, cows. Do not skim away. I need them fishes. Alright, Tav, we never thought of this, did we? We could have used... We got so much string, we got so much sticks, we could have made fishing rods.
Public services in Wales, not everybody will agree with him.
Oh, damn it.
When everything is
I missed.
planned out and we move on, we move on together. We need to be concentrating on as well.
Come on, intelligent graphics, give me the bubbles.
We're going to be struggling to deliver some services, and we need to be concentrating.
Come on, fishies.
Council leaders say they're not against change. They're just against the
Yeah,
time
fish, fish,
of
fish, fish,
change,
fish.
as their finances reach a critical point over the next 2 years.
Come on.
Labour
Pappy wants a new fish. Pappy wants his dinner. Pappy wants his dinner. Pappy's hungry, move along.
Since 2011 is expected to make a full statement tomorrow.
I swear everything's slow on this game.
Children were taken to hospital
Trying to get cows to spawn, they take forever to spawn, they take forever to grow. Trying to get the bloody plants growing, it takes forever to grow. The only thing that started off quick was the sugarcane.
Was and where it was obtained. A medic has told an
It's a
inquest
nice another
it took
4
an
episodes.
hour to reach a casualty
Ooh,
on SAS
there we go. Ooh, fish! Oh my god, creeper!
radio or a key to a locked gate. Edward Mayer,
No thanks. Go away.
Craig Roberts and James Dunsby attended
No.
a march on the hottest day of 2013. Senior military doctors also said they were frustrated.
Man, our lights aren't efficient.
Guidelines that day. The inquest continues. Despite 15 years
One more bit of gold, we can make a golden apple.
poverty in Wales, the levels remain unchanged according to a committee of AMs. The critical report shows Wales has the highest level of poverty in the UK outside London, and half of those in poverty are working.
An approach that says we look at basic skills, we look at structures that can support you to survive in poverty, but actually we need to be more ambitious.
Right, I've been having a fun time here.
Saying, why aren't we getting engineers out of this community? Why aren't we getting doctors? Why aren't we
How much wood we have?
chemists?
A chaotic and disorganised ward environment in one hospital, shortages in staff others,
Okay.
but several examples
Nice to
of
know.
staff trying their best to give compassionate care. The mixed
Wood,
picture
wood, wood, wood,
tonight,
wood.
the
Oak,
care
oak,
of
oak.
older people on some of Wales' mental health wards.
Any more oak?
According to the
No.
Health Minister, the results published
Oop,
today
any
at
more
swab
main
tests across the country
planks? That's a
showed
question.
there's room for
No.
improvement, but he said they don't indicate widespread
That's-
poor care or neglect.
Hey man, you got any leftover cobblestone?
Our action now is first of all to put more investment in. The Minister has announced more investment in
Alright, if you don't need them, I'll have them.
hospitals, but also
Thank you.
activities on the ward to make it a good place for families and
Thank you.
carers.
I'm gonna go make my
A
house.
weightlifter from Aberdare has become the first British athlete to be banned for 4 years since new anti-doping rules came into
Not gonna be a
force.
huge one, but
So
it's
the 6-year-old
gonna spread out, I'd say.
tested positive to 3 kinds of performance-enhancing drugs at
Gonna
the
make a
Welsh
boat.
Senior Championships. The
Alright,
minimum
man, see you in a bit.
sanction for
Alright.
cheating was raised from 2 to 4 years in January. Disabled sportsmen are among a team who've been hoping to set a record today for
No, I'm coming back. I'm just gonna go build a house. I'm gonna go live there for a bit. Maybe see if I can get some exotic animals. That kind of thing.
Trinity St David. The team developed
Don't worry, I'll be back soon.
4-wheeled mountain bikes, which it's hoped will now be sold around the world.
Yeah.
It's time for the weather now.
Find a cow or a pig or something.
It's been lovely and sunny today.
Yes,
I'm gonna go kill a couple of cows before I disappear. We got plenty of them now. Right, one there, another there, third, and a fourth.
Much of the country dry,
Perfect.
but cloud will spread into the north overnight after midnight, perhaps bringing the odd spot of drizzle, but no more than
Cook
that.
some
Clear in
cow.
the south, the lowest temperatures in mid-Wales down to 8 Celsius. Tomorrow morning, generally dry. There will be some sunshine. Cloud will spread from the northwest, though. Sunniest in Pembrokeshire and in the southeast. Now, across
Alright
the
then,
rest of the
let's see
UK
what we got here.
tomorrow,
Some
a lot of
wheat,
clouds around
breed the
far
cows while the food's cooking so I can get ready to go.
in the north and east. Otherwise, many places dry. There's some sunshine in parts of the south and southwest, including the West Country. Temperatures tomorrow,
There we go.
14 in Glasgow, up to 18 in Plymouth. Now,
Pop
Wales
the West
tomorrow
back in
afternoon,
here.
so it will be generally dry. There will be more